Hey guys, why do you keep talking about all these expensive cars when what I really need is reliable transportation that won't break the bank? Well, we heard you. Speed's 2025 Car Buyer's Guide. Available now and ready to save you thousands on your next purchase. The elusive, reliable daily driver that won't drain your bank account. The white whale of car shopping in 2025. Finding a car that is dependable, fuel efficient, comfortable, practical, and still somewhat enjoyable to drive is challenging enough. Add won't depreciate like a rock and won't cost a fortune to maintain into the mix, and the challenge gets even more daunting, my friend. So I have put together a list of cars, all of them under $30,000, all of them highly rated by Consumer Reports, all of them proven reliable, and all of them actually available on dealership lots. And because car shoppers are going to car shop, I've also included some insider negotiation tips and common issues to watch for with each of these vehicles that the dealerships definitely don't want you knowing about. First recommendation set: compact sedans. Two affordable sedan champions enter the chat, and they're rivals that have been battling for decades. One is sportier, while the other prioritizes comfort. The first contender, the 2025 Honda Civic. The Civic comes with your choice of a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter four-cylinder with 158 horsepower or a turbocharged 1.5-liter with 180 horsepower. Both engines deliver excellent fuel economy, averaging 33 to 36 miles per gallon combined. Reliability has been stellar with the latest generation, though some early models had minor infotainment glitches that have since been resolved by Honda. If you're looking for something with a bit more comfort focus, there's the 2025 Toyota Corolla. The base engine produces 169 horsepower, while the hybrid version delivers 134 combined horsepower with an impressive 50-plus miles per gallon. Both are incredibly dependable. Consumer Reports gave them their highest reliability rating for 3 years running. For both cars, I'd keep modifications sensible. Window tint to keep the interior cooler, a quality dash cam since insurance companies are giving discounts for those now, and perhaps a subtle lip spoiler on the Civic for a touch more personality without screaming street racer. These are perfect cars for commuters, small families, or first-time buyers. 6 out of 7 days of the week, W daily. The Civic is slightly more fun on winding roads, while the Corolla will save you more at the pump. Second recommendation, budget option. Toyota Corolla Cross. You want an SUV that costs practically nothing to own and can handle light winter duty? Get a Corolla Cross. When people say they want just a normal car that works, this is what they should be buying. Available with either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and now offering a highly efficient hybrid option that gets 45 miles per gallon combined. Every generation of Toyota's small crossovers has proven incredibly durable, and this one continues the tradition. Make sure you go with the XLE trim for the better infotainment system. The base system feels dated already. 5 out of 7 days of the week were daily, and on weekends, I'd have no problem loading it up with camping gear and hitting some forest service roads. Third recommendation, surprising choice. Hear me out, 2025 Mazda MX-5 Miata. Some of you might be thinking that a 2-seat convertible sports car is a strange choice for a practical buyer's guide, and I would agree with you, but a strange choice doesn't mean a bad choice. He's got a good point. The Miata is a Mazda, built with the same reliability focus that has put Mazda near the top of every dependability survey for the past 5 years. As long as you aren't hauling furniture or carpooling with more than one friend, the Miata could be a perfect daily driver. You might even find yourself taking the long way to work. It's fun, extremely engaging, looks extremely cool, and still manages to deliver 30-plus miles per gallon if you can resist the temptation to rev it to redline at every opportunity. The prices have remained reasonable, and they hold their value exceptionally well, meaning you could daily drive a Miata for a couple of years and then sell it when you need something bigger without losing much money. Plus, you'll never be asked to help anyone move. Most people would give this a 2 out of 7 because they only want to drive it on weekends, but I call those people cowards. I would drive this 5 days a week. Monday, definitely start the week with some open-air motoring. Tuesday, keep it going. Wednesday, can't drive the Miata because I need to pick up my sister and her luggage from the airport. Thursday, back in the Miata, top down, regardless of temperature. Friday, can't because I promised to drive for the office carpool. But Saturday? That's my day, and I'm dropping the top even if it's 45 degrees. Sunday, prep for Monday. You get the point. Fourth recommendation, premium used option. 2022 to 2024 Kia K5 GT with the 2.5-litre turbo engine. This car will go down in the daily driver hall of fame. When I think of underrated sedans that give you premium feel without the premium price, I immediately think Kia K5 GT. This is what you would call a spec pick, a car that the r/what car should I buy subreddit would definitely approve of. The K5 GT is powered by a 2.5-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder with a robust 290 horsepower. The thermostat housing gaskets tend to leak on early models, and some owners report minor transmission shudder on cold starts. But at the end of the day, it's a rock-solid powertrain that Kia over-engineered to improve their reliability reputation. The K5 GT is a car that looks mundane at first glance, but once you put your foot down you say, "Whoa, I didn't know Kias could move like this." It's a car for a guy who wears plain blue button-downs but has an extensive vinyl collection at home that would make any music enthusiast jealous. I would keep modifications tasteful. A subtle window tint, maybe a set of wheels from the K5 GT line in gunmetal, better tires, and perhaps a slightly more aggressive rear diffuser. All things to make it more engaging and therefore more surprising. 8 days a week I would drive this thing. I would Beatles this car. 8 days a week I'd enjoy that turbocharged thrust while still getting 31 miles per gallon on the highway. Fifth recommendation, versatile option with multiple generations. Literally any Hyundai Elantra GT or N-Line. The Elantra has been a great option for budget-conscious shoppers for generations now. They basically wrote the playbook for small, economical, increasingly well-built cars that give you far more features than their price suggests. My suggestion for a daily is to get the newest Elantra that you can afford. They get safer, more efficient, and more comfortable as you go. For instance, I wouldn't suggest having a pre-2017 Elantra as your only car. A Ketoesa Teisenhetet Ketoesa Teisenjolk model is pushing it but possible. A 2019 to 2020 feels modern in most ways, and by the time you get to the 2021 and newer models, that's a thoroughly modern car with great tech. If you want the same basic package as the Elantra, but you want more power, baby, and sportier handling, may I suggest a 2022 or newer Elantra N-Line or the full-on Elantra N. All are great, all are below 30k used, and all will get respectful nods from people who know their stuff. Elantra N-Line, perfect daily, 7 out of 7 days a week. Elantra N, perfect daily, 7 out of 7 days a week, just with more smiles per gallon. Who drives an Elantra N-Line, you might ask? Well, lots of people. It's called a value proposition for a reason. You know what would be cool? If a college professor drove an Elantra N. If you're a professor out there, or you have a professor who drives an Elantra N, let me know, and I'll send them a free shirt. If you can prove your professor drives an Elantra N, I'll send you a shirt. Don't just put your professor next to your Elantra, okay? I need to see Dr. Evelyn's name on the title. I won't make it public. You can send me a picture. Extended option for different needs. But what if you need something bigger? What if you're like, yo, dude, what's up? I love this idea for an Elantra, but I need something bigger, to haul my stuff, my fam. Well, guess what, pal? I got some good news for you. Hyundai makes a compact SUV that's basically a bigger Elantra. I'm talking about the Hyundai Tucson. I've recommended one of these to my sister 3 years ago, and it might be the best car advice I've ever given. Has she owned cooler cars? Technically, yeah. Faster cars? Definitely. But I think that her Tucson is the best car she's ever owned. Is that because it's the newest car she's ever owned? Maybe. Hyundais are like Legos, okay? Because of that, you can put Elantra N-line engine parts in a Tucson or even swap in some suspension components. Mine, my sister's, has a subtle chrome delete, slightly darker tint, and a hidden trailer hitch that's perfect for a bike rack. A Tucson is definitely a young professional car. Down the line, they'll get a Palisade, but right now, Tucson. 7 out of 7 days a week. These are reasonably priced too. You can definitely get a certified pre-owned 2023 model for under $25,000 all day. If you tell me, actually, Tucson suck, I know you're wrong because my sister has owned one for going on 3 years, dude, and that's like saying, hey, Jesse sucks. I know that's not true. Jesse rules. Luxury depreciated options. There's a lot of cars that used to be really expensive that now, somehow, because of depreciation, are less than $30,000. One of them's funny, one of them is potentially stupid, and one of them is funny and definitely stupid. Number 1, potentially stupid. 2020 to 2021 Chevrolet Blazer RS. Same thing with the Miata. There's only room for 5 people, but really comfortable room for 4. When I used to commute to the office, we'd carpool with 4 people, so 5 seats is one more than I'd typically need. 5 out of 7 days a week I would drive it, but I'd need to take breaks because, honestly, I'd be tempted to drive it too fast with that 308 horsepower V6. Number 2, potentially stupid, but definitely nice. 2018 to 2019 Volvo S90. These basically look the same as new Volvos, and nobody else will be able to tell the difference. Somewhat expensive to maintain, but you're getting a car that used to cost almost $60,000 for less than $30,000, so in my maths, you've got 30 grand to play with for maintenance. These are so good looking and so fancy looking. I would consider buying one and just kind of rolling the dice and hoping nothing major breaks. Number 3. Genesis G80 Sport, pre-2021. Definitely underrated, definitely hilarious value. There's a few of them for around $28,000, a few for less than $25,000, and I think I would go full executive with it. I'd keep it totally stock, maybe put on slightly more aggressive tires, and just enjoy looking like I make 3 times what I actually do. This would be purely for the surprised looks when people discover it's a Hyundai product that drives like a BMW, but won't break down like one. All right, that was an absolutely flawless list of perfect, affordable, reliable daily drivers for 2025. If you think that I missed anything, let me know in the comments or on our Discord. Hopefully, if you're looking for a new car this year, one of these tickles your fancy. And if not, maybe there's someone in your life that you could send this to and help them find their next reliable ride.